Lots of chats rolling in on the chat line. We'll catch them up as we move forward. But this from Big Huey. They don't call him Miracle Mac for nothing. I trust them to figure out how to adjust. Here's my thought. If you're outside of that locker room, right, you're allowed to feel any way you want to feel, right? If your expectation has gone from national championship to Sweet 16 to first round exit, I understand. JT Toppin was the highest usage rate player in the country, was responsible for most of Christian Anderson's assists, created the pick and roll, created space for all of your shooters, drew defense, rebounded, scored, was probably a calming presence in practice, in the locker room, and on the bench, if he was ever there, on a team that is 350th or whatever out of bench minutes out of 355 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that was injuries to other players in the middle. But JT Toppin arguably is the most important player on any team in the country. It is asinine, okay, to think that you will be able to replace his production even with everyone chipping in. Because you're not replacing it, you're creating new production. Because it's going to be different than what JT Toppin was doing. Okay, that's outside the locker room. Inside the locker room, boys, nothing changes. Our expectation is our expectation because we're wearing a dadgum double T. And Texas Tech basketball is one of the best programs in the country, okay? And if you're looking around and moping that JT Toppin is out, leave. Because what we're going to do is play Texas Tech basketball to the best of our abilities. Joey McGuire in the football program says the standard is the standard. JT Toppin or not, this basketball team is going to go out and play high-level basketball because you're at Texas Tech, not because JT Toppin is playing. That's what's happening inside that locker room.
Put me in, Coach. Put me in.
Full trust that Grant McCasland is going to have these guys ready to play Kansas State in an interim this weekend. It is incredibly frustrating that you've had 2 letdown games after big wins. Well, you didn't have a big win today or yesterday, right? And you're going to play Kansas State this weekend at home in what might be a little bit of a dead crowd coming off the Toppin injury. This is an opportunity for Texas Tech. This is an opportunity for Grant McCasland to move forward. Joey McGuire also says, what's next? What's next for Texas Tech basketball is they're going to keep playing games. The season's not canceled. There's still a Big 12 tournament. You're still going to be in the NCAA tournament. And yes, Lawan Watts needs to step up and quit being so inconsistent and quit going brain dead every 5 minutes. And Jalen Petty needs to start making shots again. And Christian Anderson's going to have to figure out a way to assist and to pass and to not get trapped in the corner or at the top of the key or by midcourt. You're going to have to figure those things out. But you know who that's up to? The players on the floor, the man in the arena. There's lots of fans on social media that might have given up. But I hope to God that these players in the locker room aren't as mentally weak as a lot of us fans. Because I was pretty down in the dumps yesterday. But the standard is the standard, right, for Texas Tech basketball. You won tournament games without JT Toppin. Hey, you might can win them without him this year. Does the game change? Yes. Will the team look completely different? Yes. He was the highest usage rate player in the country. Do I still think that Grant McCasland can coach basketball after a poor performance against Arizona State? Yes. I think he's one of the best coaches in the country. Does that change? No. He's still there. Right?
Right. Ditto.
All right.
I agree. Very well said. And I agree, inside, outside, that's probably what's being said. But outside, we need to take what you just said about inside and take it to heart. And they might stub their toe, but it's not going to be – they stubbed their toe with JT Toppin.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not going to be because, everybody in the locker room said, well, we're not near as good. We can't win this one. That's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. It's going to be different, and it's yet to be seen how different. And we've got good players left. I mean, we've got really good players left. Donovan Atwell, step up, You've been really good up to this point. Be just a little better. Christian Anderson, you're the focus of attention on every scouting report now. Play that way, be that guy. Lawan Watts, everybody knows you're capable. Let's perform, Mr. Petty, you've got a role to play. Let's play it at a peak level. Josiah Mosley coming off the bench. Hey, you're going to add the minutes, make them good minutes. And the rest of them, Leon Horner, you've got players that can play. Now they've got to play. They just got to step up and play. And I think they will. I really do. Does that mean we're going to win every game? No. Does it mean we're going to lose 4 games? No. I just don't know.
You're still going to go out and compete.
Yes, that was my next. You're going to be as good as you can be and see what happens.
T-Money 806 says, Rob, pretty sure the Bulls wouldn't have won 2 or 3, 2 three-peats without Jordan, but UBU. Yeah, certainly. And again, you and I, outside the room, outside the building, yeah, probably not.
We're not going to be as good without Toppin.
But you're still going to go play the games. You're still going to go compete. You're still Texas Tech basketball, and you have to have that belief.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. You cannot replace what JT Toppin brings to this team. But what you can do is be as good as you can possibly be and compete. You're exactly right. Compete.
And quite frankly, the next 3 regular season games will tell me a lot about the makeup of Grant McCasland as a head coach and as a staff. Do you have it? Can you dig deep? Can you get this team to respond? Because if this happens in November, you have a full season to figure it out. You've got tops 6 games before the NCAA tournament to figure out something. You've got maybe more than that. You've got 5 regular season games, I guess, if you're a week ahead of what the Lady Raiders are doing. And then you have maybe 1 or 2 in the Big 12 tournament. So at most, let's say 8, right, to figure out what you're doing for the NCAA tournament. Now, other shows and other internet people are resetting expectations, right? And that's completely understandable. And I would say a team without JT Toppin's ceiling is a hell of a lot different than a ceiling with JT Toppin.
No doubt.
But inside that locker room, I guarantee you Grant McCasland is saying, our expectation is our expectation because we are Texas Tech basketball.